Exactly.
They should run on a RedZone since they're doing fucking commercials now.
What's that all about? They said they're experiencing or testing for the future, but also I think all the games ended. Right, there was a time where there was no football being played this past weekend for the first time I think I've seen in RedZone time.
Because all the 4 o'clocks are 4:25. There's no 4:05.
Boom, yeah. So there was no games happening. So I think they wanted. They said they were testing for the future. I think is what I read online.
Test failed, brother.
Well, that's Scott Hansen's thing, right? Isn't that kind of
7 hours of
That's what it is. That's what we watch.
So
Yeah.
was it
maybe at least split screen.
They did split screen. It was split screen.
It was.
It was picture in picture with Scott Hansen at his podium and then a Gatorade commercial. I think,
Yep.
Okay.
on the side of it.
So was it during actual games?
I don't think so.
No.
There was one during actual games.
Really?
Yeah, Scott Hansen replied to somebody. He's upset about it.
It wasn't supposed to happen that way.
I don't know.
You should see it.
So he can't say his thing. You know, everybody has a thing.
He did say it at the start of the thing too. That's why everybody was so pissed.
Oh, you lied. Now, to be clear, there are a lot of commercials that pop up on LRAPs on that particular Red Zone. So 7 hours of commercial-free football is actually 7 hours of break-free football.
Yeah, sure.
Because they are.
Which is fine. I get that. That's fine with me. Just
100%.
keep the football on the screen.
That's what we do. I mean, that's what we, Now, granted, had to negotiate that, which obviously other people have done, and change an entire advertising strategy
That
at a
wasn't done
network.
before?
Yeah, that's just very normal. Everybody does that. Keep saying my name in negotiations like that. Writing up advertising strategy plans, certainly happening. I assume everybody else is doing while they're all chatting. But like that Red Zone is a phenomenal property for the NFL.
Oh my God.
I was thinking about I was watching it this weekend.
Huge.
I think that's a massive reason the NFL has grown the way it has.
Oh yeah.
It is great.
Yeah.
And there's a guy here in Indianapolis. His name's Anthony Calhoun, Wish TV. He went to Syracuse. I assume there's been numerous sports jobs he could have went and got, but he just called Indianapolis his home. He is just like Mr. Indianapolis at this point. Friends with everybody, covers every sport. A light, I will say.
Absolutely. Chuck goes on the show every week.
He's a true, he brings joy. This guy brings actual joy to me. I've never seen him down.
Yeah.
Never seen him down ever. So I think that's why everybody loves him. But he graduated, I think, with Scott Hansen in Syracuse. So he went and he took a couple raffle winners because he raises so much money here in Indianapolis. So one of the raffles was to go watch behind the scenes Scott Hansen at RedZone. So he sent me some videos. Scott Hansen's a fucking talent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's standing there he's got his notes, obviously, because he's got to call games. He's got to call storylines. He's got 2 TVs, and then he's got a producer sitting down with dry erase board on where they're heading to next. And he cut this 45-second promo that Anthony Calhoun sent to me, and he went from 3 different games, carried a storyline in each of them, no flubs, and then looked at the camera afterwards and gave a finger gun. And I don't even think about balancing all of that, storylines having to add up, and then having to know who the players are. So he's got game cards for every game.
Insane.
It's a fucking talent. Yeah, he is
Impressive.
really, really good. You know?
Throw some random in there and have him try it to see how good he is. He's directing. There's a lot happening that he seems to figure it out. And to go 7 hours straight, that dude, he is unbelievable.
Turns out he doesn't stay I don't want to. He doesn't stay at the podium the whole time.
That's fine. That's fine.
him.
He can be taking a leak under the podium for all I care what he's doing.
Like you.
Which we think he does do potentially.
He has to. Yeah.
Anthony Calhoun sent me that video, and I was watching it from my bed. I was watching RedZone. I just heard what he just said, and I was watching this guy, and I'm like, damn, just the amount of juggling while talking and not bobbling, that is
skilled.
That's a talent on a microphone.